So today I'm going to be showing you guys one of those tricks that you could do to a spectator when you really want to make them feel special. It's very similar to another trick that I did previously, how you treat them right. This one, it's a trick that you definitely want to save for those special spectators when you feel like making them feel like they're important. So for this, of course, we go through the typical deck being shuffled. They hold their finger out and they touch any card they want. Let's say they go for this one over here. They of course change their minds because they don't know how to function well in society. So they pick that one, and then you of course show that they've picked the King of Clubs. Phenomenal. This card of course is lost and shuffled in the deck to the best of your ability, and you tell them that you're going to find cards which hopefully should guide you to let you know what card they picked. So of course we're going to need a magic little cut right there, and that little cut's enough to hopefully put you in the right position to, there you go, to find an ace, which lets me know that you in fact did pick an ace. Don't tell me anything yet, but I could tell. I'm very autistic. You picked an ace, so this card that tells me you picked an ace. So let's find another card over here, which should hopefully guide us. Right there, perfect. Ace of Spades. Great. That tells me that you picked a black card, right? Yeah, don't say anything yet. The cards, again, they work their mysterious ways. So let me find one more card, and hopefully that should tell me the actual suit of your card. Diamond. So that tells me that you picked an ace, a black card, and a diamond. So that could only be one card in the deck. So let me just give one more of these super fancy shuffles right here, and hopefully, if God is my witness, then that should be your card right there. So for the first time, what's your card? King of Clubs? Is that the King of Clubs? Oh, yeah, that's what I got. I don't know what you think I got. Oh, these cards? Yeah, are you challenged in some way? Are you stupid? Do you not fucking put any attention when I show you things? Because they're the kings. You fucking retard. Fuck. So once they've died down of their urination, then you could proceed to collect the money that they have in their wallets, and everyone leaves home happy. So this trick is really not that hard to do. It's just a bunch of double lifts and a couple controls, and you pretty much got it. So of course it requires a little bit of a setup. You have your kings, they get placed on a table, and then you need another four of a kind, or this actually a three of a kind. In this case, we'll go for the aces here. It's important to slap them as hard as you possibly can. It helps with the magic. So the setup goes as follows. Whatever king you want to force, that's going to be in the bottom of the deck. And then the other ones get interlocked right here in between the aces. So we have a king, an ace, a king, an ace, and finally another ace. Now I like to have this little mismatch here. It's kind of funny when it's like, oh, you picked an ace, then you picked a black ace, and oh, haha, it's the ace of diamonds. You know, doesn't make sense. I find it funny. Go fuck yourself. So the force card goes in the bottom, ready for that Gary Ouellette force. Canadian, you know, we'll leave the good old-fashioned racism for the comment section here. But there you go. You're ready to get some panties wet with this rager of a card trick. So there you go. You do some false shuffles. I like to do this this false shuffle that is Richard Sanders. There you go. Richard Sanders. False shuffle. You could do whatever false shuffle you want. But ultimately, I do a swing cut, keep a pinky break between the packets, and I do the Gary Ouellette force again for the 47th time. Let me just quickly go over this. They touch any card they want. Of course, you maintain your pinky break. You're going to square this card into the deck as you lift up at the break. So what that does is that it gives the illusion that you've actually cut or you picked up at the card that they picked. But really, it's your force card. This is a great force. Use it. You should use it. Not only does it force a card in the deck, but it actually forces a position in the deck. So the autism, I'm sorry. There you go. Hi, King of Clubs. There. That's out. Yeah. So it forces a position and a card in the deck. So it's a great force to use. So once you force the card, that gets placed right back on the deck, and you get a pinky break between the packets. I like to do a little double undercut here to further shuffle the deck. In reality, that brings the king of clubs to the bottom of the deck, and your setup to the top of the deck. Now you're going to go through a process of double lifts and false shuffle. So you're gonna false shuffle the deck and say that should have brought one indicator card to the top of the deck. Do whatever double lift you want, and show that this card indicates to you that they picked an ace. So the first one is the value. Again, remember there's a double lift, so you turn this one back over. Now to maintain this bottom card being the bottom card, what you want to do is that you want to slip cut this top card to on top of the bottom card. So I like to buckle the bottom card right there, stick my little pinky in there, if you know what I mean. Sexual contact of the inappropriate nature right there. So you stick your pinky in there, and I slip cut the top card above this card as I go for a swing cut onto this packet, still maintaining the break between both these little packets. Then I switch these two packets and replace that on top. So what that's done is just slip cut the original top card to above the original bottom card, which is a force card. So this leaves you in a perfect position where you could do another double lift, and it looks like you have done a shuffle as to bring another indicator card to the top. So it serves both purposes there. Yeah, it's clever, I know. So at this point, you do another double lift and say that, oh, that's fantastic. This card tells me that you picked a black card. So there's your Black Lives Mattering, right? All right, so remember there's a double. You turn this over. That goes on top of this card over here, and then you repeat the same action as before. You buckle the bottom card. You slip cut this above the bottom force card. Then you swing cut on top of this whole thing. You have a pinky break on the bottom two cards. Then you switch these two packets, and that's the false shuffle there, slip cut, whatever you want to call it. So you're now again in position for the last card here to show this card as the last indicator card, and still have your force card on the bottom. So you do a double lift here and say, oh, that's great. That tells me that you picked the ace of clubs, because this card is the, do whatever pattern you want at this point, but just play off the fact that this is, again, the wrong color here. Do a double lift here, so you're turning this card over. This card gets placed on top of these piles. They think they're the aces, really, they're the kings, and it's everyone's happy there. So right now you're in a position where you could produce this bottom card in whatever way you want. The way I personally did it in this video, which you may want to do in real life, you're going to have a pinky break below the bottom card, and then you're going to swing cut onto the left-hand packet there. Then you're going to do another swing cut here, keeping a break between these two piles. You're going to switch the top pile for that pile that you just swing cut on top of the deck. Put that on top and do a swivel cut, and that's the false shuffle. But what that does, if you do a slip cut in the beginning, is that it puts this card ready to be produced if you put it on top of the left thumb. So let me go over that one last time. Let me go over that, as a matter of fact, in a way that's not confusing as shit. So you have a pinky break on the bottom card right there, and you're going to swing cut and still maintain that pinky break. So essentially you're doing a halo cut here. Then you're going to swing cut again, this time maintaining a break between both packets. So you're left with a packet in your right hand and a packet that's being pinky broken on top of the left hand. So what happens now is that you're going to switch these two piles, which should simulate some sort of cut. Put this packet on top and then end it with a swivel cut. But before you end it, you put your thumb here in the middle, so that when you have this little separation here, when you extend your thumb, it's actually going to bring that card out from the middle. So you ask them, hey, what card did you pick? They're going to say whatever card they picked, and you turn this over, and it's the king of clubs. They go ape shit, and they go, wait a second, didn't the indicator cards indicate to you that you picked another card here? And then you go, yeah, that's funny, because these indicator cards indicated to me that you are actually fucking retarded. And that's it. That's the trick. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to go sit on a casting of Obama's erection. See you again when I see you again. When I see you again. When I see you again. When I see you again.
see you again. Wanna see you again.